you to pick up both reins and shorten both reins and make contact with this opening. This way, turn loose. Now, but you needed to block him there because what he did was turn loose. Yes, sir. All right. Now, you know, and that's one of the points that I'm trying to get across to people about getting that horse to come back to you. Right there. Just let him run into that. He's trying to figure out this is a little different bit. Okay? Just let him run into it, son. Hold it. Turn loose. See, the reason I had you turn loose,
This is he stopped fussing.
he got quiet.
Yeah.
Okay? He quit fussing with it, and he got a lot more quiet. Now, spread your hands and see, this is what, good. Let him, he's trying to figure this out. Turn loose. See, now what I'm looking is not only him getting quiet, but I saw a difference in his eye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, make contact with him and lift your head up a little bit. And just wait. Now, I want you to do a little more with the left rein to pick this left foot up, lift it, support with the right rein, turn loose. Now, good. All right, now. All right, drop your reins. Bend his head to the, wait a minute. If he goes and pushes into me,
Then you just,
I close my hands automatic. I do not turn loose. Okay? But now. Just, all right, there you go. Now, he's doing a little bit of fly stuff and a little bit of other stuff. All right, now, bend his head to the left. Just drop the right rein, bend his head to the left. See how little? Turn loose. All right, now pick up the right, left, right rein, yeah. See how little? Bend his head. All right, now open. I want you to open your arm up a little bit. There you go. Now, okay, turn loose. Now, watch this. When you shorten that rein this time, keep your elbows bent. Shorten that rein with your elbow bent.
I'm trying to practice that yesterday too.
Okay.
Let's go first.
Yeah. Now, keep your elbow bent, but open that hand. Good. Good. All right, now. Pick up both reins. Make contact with him and ask him to bring that chin back to you. Just wait. Turn loose. See, he brought that chin back and then he got quiet real quick. A lot quicker because, see, he's trying to figure this out, especially with this little different bit in his mouth. Now, I want you to see how little it takes with this left leg to ask him to move the hind end over. Just wait. Support with that right hand so he doesn't walk forward. Okay? Now, spread your hands and ask him to step back and lift your head. Let him run into that. That's his choice. Now lift your head and watch him. Just wait. Turn loose. Now, pick up this right hand. Just tip his nose to the right. See how little. All right, now spread your hands and step back. Turn loose. Now, see, you've heard me talk about the horse. There's a place for you to be in the middle of the horse's back, and there's a place for you to be when you're on the ground in the middle of this horse. And that's on the drive line. Okay. Well, that drive line's a real finite area. But what happens is a lot of times they teach you to move that leg way back here in order to move that hind end over. Well, you ain't got to do that. All you got to do is.
Good boy.
See, because when you're sitting, if you're sitting there on that drive line,
It's right there.
you ain't quite. Good. Now, once again, see how little with this leg. Now square up. And step back. Now let him find a place to get quiet. Right there. Now reward him a little bit. Okay. Now, let me have that water again. You said you were out here playing yesterday? What were you playing?
So I have these things called Franklin balls. So I use those to like get my back and my hips open more. So I had those on, and then I just dropped the reins and started trying to make them move around the way I wanted them to. And then we did a lot of like move left, move right, move left, move right. And then we did like just some side casts down the long side, like facing the wall down the long side. How little could I get for all of that?
Okay, well, see, we have a tendency to think, especially when we're dealing with the horse, we make an awful lot of what I call hands riders.
Okay.
Okay? And that's people that couldn't function unless they got that hand, those hands on a set of reins, because they're under the impression that they've got to do something up here with that set of reins. Okay? And imagine what it would be like if I put you down on the ground and ask you to move somewhere. Wait a minute, let me get my hands right. We don't do that. We just move. And that's kind of the same kind of stuff that you want to do with him right now. Just give him enough room. And the reason I'm not getting on him today is because I need to bring a breast collar out here to keep that saddle in place. Okay, because the saddle keeps slipping back on him. Now, but I take both legs out and just relax your legs beside him a little bit. There you go. Yeah, those skirts, that's, you must be about right. And a lot of times just sitting there and feeling, one of my pet peeves is, you see these people that they teach them to put so much pressure on the outside of their skirt that they got their legs turned this way, or they got their toes and feet turned that way. And a lot of times when I'm working with people like that, I say, you and this horse going to the same place, are you? Yeah. So, anyway, go ahead and pick your stirrups back up. Give him some slack and just move him around a little bit. There. Now, go ahead. He's going to come over here and just keep aggravating him a little bit. Now watch him. He says, I want to come back over here to Ronnie. Now, all you got to do is when he comes over here, okay, is that you make this a bad place. And see, right then, when you touched him, he absolutely just said, well, I'll go somewhere else. Now, just relax. Good. Now, let's go ahead and move it a little bit. Drop your reins on his neck. You're not going to go anywhere. Good. Now, look over here to the left and close that right leg. And look around here. Now, just relax. You did too much. That was why he started picking up. Okay. The other thing that you're doing is when you're moving your upper way too much.
Okay.
Okay. Now, and I see him do that an awful lot. Okay. He doesn't have to work on developing this core. So what he really wants is work on developing the core. Now, see how little it takes. Close that right leg, look over here. Close that right leg. Can you see him? Now, see how little it takes. Take this leg. Watch it. That's all right. That's good enough. Can you see what he's doing? Good. Now pick up your left rein. See how little it bit. Just let him run into that. If he drops that head, now move this leg back and ask him to move it hind end over. Good. Now, much better. Just let him turn loose. See, what happens a lot of times is they're not looking for the horse to get quiet.
Okay.
Okay? But what they think the goal is to get him to come back.
Right.
Now, the goal is to get him to come back and be quiet for a second.
Okay.
Okay? So if he's fooling around with this bit and doing all this other stuff with it, I'm not going to turn loose. I'm not going to turn loose till he gets quiet.
Okay.
No, I'm just not going to do it. Now, just go ahead and move him a little bit. Let me watch him move. Okay. There you go. Get a little quieter in your diaphragm and just go with him. Good. A little better. Keep it up, huh? Now, that's a lot nicer. Okay. There you go. See, you like to, didn't you? See, and understanding how to block that horse with that leg. Good. Close that right. See, I closed that right a little sooner.
It was a little
because he
too
was
late.
already,
Looking out that
he
way.
was looking out there. And I've been saying, no, come over here. Good. Okay, look out. There you go. Bring his focus back. All right, now when he drops that hands down, that's when I'll add a little leg to it.
Okay.
Now, that right there is nothing to sneeze. Close that right leg. Push. See him kind of extend that out and push into your hand a little bit. Every time he thinks it's a good idea to push into my hands, my legs are going to get him. Now, okay, now just sit back. So what? Heel down. Watch it. Take your feet out the stirrups. And relax. Exhale. We're holding your breath. Now, your stirrups back up. Close that right leg and ask him to step off of there. There you go. That. Right there. Pretty nice walk for him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed he looked lateral. Like, he looked lateral. Like not 1, 2, 3, 4, like he looked moving laterally.
Okay. When you come off, go to the corner over there. All right, now. Close that right leg in a lateral. Now close the left, stepping back over. Good. Now, see, what you're trying to do with the lateral is move ahead and over.
Okay.
Ahead and over. Now, move ahead and over to your right. Just like over there. There you go. There you go. Don't make that turn. See, I rode you over to this wall.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
I think so.
You got to the center and decided to make a turn.
Instead of just keep going.
Yeah. What I would have done is when I come down here, I'd have come off of that wall, and I'd have rode him to a ladder all the way over to the other wall.
Okay.
See, you were doing real well. Now, go ahead. A little more. A little more. A little more. Don't overbend. See, if you overbend, you stop the forward motion.
Okay. So
Okay.
that's why his shoulders aren't staying in line with his hip. Because I'm getting in his face too.
Now, come off of the wall. Close that right side and step on over. Keep going. 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 Now, go on. What? Hey, bud.
Is there a match?
Close that leg. Good. Now, we're right here. Make your right turn, and now switch back to the wall. Go to the wall on the right. You see that? Now come off the wall. You see, you did a little too much, which stopped the forward movement.
Okay.
Go on over. Don't move it, just right on over. Good. Now, all right, now come off of that corner using that outside leg. You see that? Ahead, everything equal. You want him moving ahead and over, but you want to keep it equal.
That was much better.
Now, okay. Now, come back out here for a second. Okay, now just sit down. Toe up, heel down. Breathe, quit holding your breath. Right now, you hold your breath. Okay? Now, square your hands up and ask him to step back. Just lift your head and ask him to step back. There you go. Okay, now ask him to move his hip that direction. Okay, now step back. So you're pushing with your hips too far forward. Now, all right, now ask him to move his hip over that way. To the right. Block with his left hand so that he don't step forward. See what he's doing now, and that just takes a whole lot more. You need to close this leg so that it blocks that. Okay? Now, square your hand up and just let him run into this. Lift your head a little bit, quit looking down. Them eyes in your socket, they rotate up and down. You don't have to do that. Okay? Now, add a little leg because he's good. That was so much better. Now, but before you do, ride him up to the mountain block and step down. Look, once he's learned, close this leg,